Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series on Football Manager with myself, DJam FM. How are you all doing? I am absolutely freaking buzzing for this. In the latest series on Football Manager for DJam FM, we are Barnet bound. That's right, we are now the new manager of Barnet Football Club. Get in. I'm absolutely, as I said, I'm so buzzing and excited for this. And some of you may well be thinking, why are you so excited to be manager of Barnet? Well, I'll explain to you in a minute, but we are literally moving 12 miles down the road from Tottenham to manage Barnet. If you don't think it's 12 miles, Google map it right now. I can assure you it is 12 miles. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to applying my trade in the lower leagues to show you guys that I can manage more than just the top teams in the game. I'm wanting to try and build something with Barnet where we can gradually raise the profile of the club and move the team through the leagues and eventually get ourselves up to the Premier League, and who knows, just be able to go from there. Now, as I said, this series is going to be going basically until, I'd probably say until the new Football Manager is out, because I joined YouTube and the world of Football Manager for this year quite late on, and I think the Tottenham save has run its course, and I really want to try and build something here where we've got a bit of a dynasty with Barnet, and hopefully, fingers crossed, potentially get a stadium named after me. Who knows? We'll see how far we can get. As I said, this is going to be going right up until the point that the new game has come out, I would imagine. Now, with Barnet themselves, what they have in place at the moment is that they've recently just moved into a new stadium. They've got new training facilities. They're in a good area of London where they've got something in place that they can build on. The club itself and the area that the club is on is in a really good plot of land where everything about the team can build and grow, as well as, you know, the actual playing squad. So it seemed like a good choice to pick Barnet, as I said, especially because of the area that they're in at the moment. Now, the reason why I chose them ahead of maybe some other clubs is just because of a recent experience that I've had. I do go around quite actively in terms of ground hopping, and the recent experience I've had at Barnet was really impressive. As soon as I explained to a couple of the guys what I was doing and the fact that I was going around the 92 grounds and Barnet was the latest one, they took me into sort of like the VIP sort of area of the club where you have to have memberships, bought me a couple of pints, introduced me to some of the, you know, some of this team, etc. Because it's quite a close club where the players were literally just walking in and out of the bar sort of area, going through to where they needed to, and you know, got introduced to a couple of them. And as I said, it was just really nice, and we had a bit of a sing-song during the day. And as I said, the club just felt like it was pushing in the right direction and really going places. So that's the reason why I decided to take over as Barnet manager.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
Now, what I'm going to be doing during this first episode is, well, first of all, I need to reorganise these friendlies because the standard of them is absolutely appalling. But I'm going to reorganise those, make some signings, sell some players on, and then I'll bring you what we've done so far, and then we'll also do the Leyton Orient game, which is away from home. It's going to be really tough, but this is the calibre of teams that are in League 2. There are some massive clubs compared to what we are. We've got to be able to compete with the likes of Leyton Orient if we want to potentially go up. Maybe not going up straight away this season, but as I said, if we want to get promoted and get promotion, potentially in the second season, these are the types of teams that we're going to have to be beating on a regular basis. So, as I said, we'll skip through pre-season, I'll show you the signings we make, and then we'll bring you the Orient game. We are finished with pre-season, and you'll be able to see that some of the fixtures that we have been playing have been against relatively easy opposition, but I just wanted the team to get used to the tactics and the way I want them to be playing, and just wanted them to get into the rhythm of scoring goals and getting their confidence up so that the first game of the season they're not on a complete, sort of downer going into the first game. The only real tough opposition that we did have was against Tottenham. I had to play Tottenham, didn't I? I couldn't resist. Unfortunately, we went down to a 3-1 loss, but the team did quite well. certain players did really stand out in that particular match. Now, in terms of the transfers, there hasn't been a massive amount of activity. The only player that has left has been Ben Tomlinson. I just didn't feel like he was going to fit into anything that I wanted to do in the way that I wanted to play. So unfortunately, he has left to go out on loan. I tried to release him, but he's only just joined the club, so the board wouldn't allow it. So hopefully either during the January transfer window or next year he'll be gone. But the 4 players that we have brought in, let me start you off from the first one that we did. Tom Youngs, he is a young striker that's just been released from Bolton. I think most people who do a lower league football know about Tom Youngs. He's one of those players that's always available. He's got some nice, well-rounded stats, and he's done pretty well for me in pre-season so far. And he's going to be, at the beginning, he's going to be starting off as the main striker. The next player that we've got is Corey Francis. He has come in from Swansea on a free transfer. Again, a 19-year-old that was available. He's going to be starting off for me. I think he's got a nice, well-rounded attributes, and I think he can potentially progress with us, maybe up to League One. I think he's going to be a decent player. For 19 years old, he can only get better. Now, Cameron Park was an interesting one. He is somebody who possesses a lot of pace and good physical attributes. He's not the strongest player in the world, but from what I've seen during pre-season, he has got a really, really good cross on him. He's only got 11 crossing, but he has done really, really well in pre-season. At £400 per week, he's actually one of the cheaper players in my team. So if it doesn't work, it would just be a nice impact player from the bench. And the last player that we've got is Joel Coleman. Just a nice backup to have as a goalkeeper. We don't have too much in terms of goalkeeping ability here. It is literally just a case of either Jamie Stevens or Joel Coleman will be playing. I'm actually really tempted just to see how both of them do in the next few games and sort of go from there. But this is how we line up. We're going to go with a standard, typical English 4-4-2 formation, and the team is going to line up like so. Now, I've already mentioned Elliot Johnson. He's going to be the left back for us. Dembele is going to be playing a centre back. He's quite a nice, well-rounded centre half. James Pearson. Now, you may well recognise that name from certain controversies at Leicester.
Oh, me so horny. Me love you long time.
But he is already at the club. He's not on a contracted basis, so I'm going to see how he progresses over the next few games and see whether or not he's worth playing. But he's going to start as centre half for me. Gavin Hoyt, a name that a lot of you may well know. He used to play for Arsenal, I believe. Let me just check. Yep, used to play for Arsenal and at Dagenham and Redbridge. He's a good player. He's only just come in this season, so he's going to be playing a right back to start with. He's very pacey, again, very physical, can get up and down the pitch quite well. Quite looking forward to having him playing. Tom Champion's going to be sort of like Mr. Reliable in the middle. Really, really good, talented player. Corey Francis is going to be starting. Luke Gambin. Now, every time he got on the ball for me in the game I went to see live, every Barnet fan just suddenly stood up. They automatically assumed that something was going to happen because Luke Gambin got on the ball. So I'm really looking forward to using him. He looks like he's quite a decent winger, and hopefully he can fit into this 4-4-2 formation quite well. The main man up top, John Akinde. 17 strength, 14 bravery, 15 work rate, 13 heading and finishing. He's also got a decent amount of pace on him as well. He's going to be a very, very good target man. Hopefully him and Tom Youngs can set up quite nicely as a starting 11. So, enough jibber jabber. Let's just get straight into the match. Hopefully we can get a decent result and a good way to start this series. It's going to be really difficult. Leyton Orient, one of the expected teams to go up this year. Let's see how we do. So, the game has just kicked off and already we have a foul from Tom Champion. But, as I said, quite nervous about this. They've got some really decent players in amongst their team. For example, the likes of James, who's now on the ball here. They've got Dean Cox. Kevin Nolan's obviously playing for them. Nice block there from the lads. Hopefully, just get rid of it, Gambin. And already 10 minutes into the game, and one of our centre halves has got a bruised head. I can't afford to keep him on much longer, although let's just see what happens from here. John Akinde into Park to Akinde. Champion, shoot lad. He's going to get the rebound. Is anyone going to get onto the end of it? No, doesn't look like it. It's going to be a nice break here from Leyton Orient. James is on the right hand side now, puts in a good ball. Oh, what is the keeper doing? Oh my word, that is awful. So James here on the right hand side puts in a good ball, and their bloke just strikes it and just goes through the hands of Stevens. Not a good start for him. We've got that goalkeeper on the bench we could always bring on. If he's going to keep making mistakes like that, we might not have much of a choice. Cisse is going to come on. Unfortunately, I just can't take the risk of Dembele being injured. Right, let's start again. Tom Youngs. Nope. Angus gets there, but Francis in the middle to Gambin. Nice ball over to Akinde. Can he do something? Oh, he's hit the post. He's got in. How did that go in? John Akinde. John Akinde. John Akinde. John Akinde. Yes. Get in. He shoots and it hits the post. Has that actually gone over the line? Oh, just about. I don't know how that's gone in. 1-1 at half time. Perfect time to get the goal there. I'm just going to say I'm happy with what you're doing, boys. Keep it going. No one really seemed that bothered about it, but hopefully in the second half we can just keep up this sort of level performance. Yes, Leyton Orient are getting their chances, but I still think if we can keep ourselves in the structure formation, I think we can do really well in the second half. So Francis collects the ball to Kinde. He scored! John Akinde scored! Get him, we're 2-1 up. That man again, John Akinde. John Akinde. John Akinde. John Akinde. A simple ball in by Francis. No one picks up Akinde. Hammers it. Well, not hammers it, but a little lofty finish into the top right-hand corner. We're 2-1 up. Dean Cox. Nice passing around from them. Can they whip the ball in? They can. Johnson, what are you doing? Oh, thank God for that. I thought he was going to give the goal away there. But John Akinde picks up the ball and is holding up really well. Nice ball over to Park on the right-hand side. I don't think this highlight's over. Park with the ball into Youngs. He's got it. 3-1. John Akinde playing a massive part in that goal. He holds up the ball well. Plays in Park. I signed him in the middle of the summer. Puts a nice ball in. And on his debut, Tom Youngs pokes home. And we're 3-1 up. Unbelievable. How are we doing this well? We've still got 30 minutes left. I need to calm down. I think I'm going to tell the boys that. Team talk. Assertively. Calm down. We're doing well. Let's not go OTT. Now, 20 minutes left. Do I make a sub? Let's see what happens from this highlight here. They cannot deal with John Akinde. They really cannot deal with him. Champion's going in. It's going to be a red card. Right. Decision time now. What do we do? I think we're going to take Youngs off for Togwell and play him in as a ball-winning midfielder. Defend. John Akinde's going to have to go up on his own. We'll keep the same tactics and same style as we are at the moment. Sam Togwell, the former Barnsley player, is going to have to come in and do a massive job now. Champion, please don't tell me that you're going to cost us this game. Cox with the corner in, cleared. We're not exactly rushing out to get a hold of it, and they play it back to Dean Cox now, who gets tackled by Hoyt, and Akinde collects the ball, but Kevin Nolan is somehow on it. Dangerous and nervous times for us here. What can we do? We're pressing them. Dean Cox on the ball now. 15 minutes left of the game. He shoots, it goes wide. That's okay. That's okay. So Kevin Nolan's got the ball in the middle. Plays up to Payne. Stevens collects it. I get nervous every time Stevens goes anywhere near the ball at the moment after that mistake. Plays a long ball up. Kevin Nolan just collects it though. They're doing really well in the centre midfield. And Stevens, what can he do? Oh, good save. Well, I think it was a block in the end. Just clear it. Just get rid of it. Seconds are counting down now in injury time. And looks like we're going to get our first win of the season away from home against Leyton Orient. The header just goes wide there. The referee's going to blow for it. Get in. What a result on the first game of the season. They had 22 shots and only 4 on target. I'm just going to say I'm happy with our performance, boys. Get in. No answering questions. We'll leave it at that. What a first episode. We're introduced to Barnet. We've got some signings. John Akinde is our main man, and we've won 3-1 away from home against Leyton Orient. Thank you so much if you've taken the time to watch the episode. Please like, subscribe to the channel if you have. Leave me a comment below about how you think the save's going to go. What do you think of the decision to be Barnet manager? As said, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, as always on the channel. Adios.